There's 3 different traffic sources we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about trust-based traffic, intent-based traffic, and cold traffic. You've heard me talk about the trust continuum before. You've got this system where over on one side of the continuum, you have an audience that's never even heard of you. And over here on the other side, you have an audience that is loyally paying you month after month and enthusiastically referring their friends and neighbors. And what we're trying to do is trying to get people to move down this continuum and turn into that fan. The super fan, if you will. Somewhere along this line is where the different traffic sources come in. Now, if you're like most centers, most activity centers, most brands that we work with, you're used to dealing with word of mouth. Most owners that I talk to, when I say, hey, what's your number one source for generating new business? They say, oh, it's word of mouth. Now, word of mouth by far will be your best source of quality enrollments. Because if we look at this trust continuum, they're not coming into you over here on the far right where they didn't know you exist. They're coming to you here in the middle where someone told them about you. Someone vouched for you. And so they're coming in warmer. There's a certain level of selling that has already been done. And so moving them from center to superfan is a much easier task. Now, intent-based traffic is going to be your search engine traffic. This is someone that goes to Google and types in gymnastics in Seattle, types in your activity in your area, and you pop up. Now, intent-based traffic, what's taking place is the thought has already occurred to them. They're showing initiative. They're showing intent. So while they're not coming in pre-sold, they're coming in still left of this far right. Then you have cold traffic, which is all the way out here on the right, and it is the largest audience, right? Referrals, tiny audience, because you're limited to the number of students that you have in your gym and the amount of families that they can reach. And while intellectually that's a lot of families, it's not a lot of families in the scope of those that are going to participate in your activity. It's just very narrow. And you go a little bit wider, and that's intent, right? Those actually seeking you out. But the widest group of people is going to be cold, meaning those people that it hadn't really occurred to them to go and take dance lessons and to put their kids in martial art. That's going to be your biggest audience by far. But there's a catch. It's also going to be your biggest work because they're not coming in the same spot. These people over here on the right that have never heard of you, it's not that they're the wrong people. It's that they haven't been pre-sold by their neighbor or their friend or their sister. So they're starting in a different place. And the problem is that the person that's coming over here on the side where they're totally cold, you can't treat them the same. You can't give them the same opportunities. You can't expect them to respond in the same way that somebody's coming in here with intent or personal referral. So my goal here is to shift your mindset a little bit.